Hello, all, and welcome to another episode of Trade Breakdown. So, today we're going to be looking at gold in regards to what happened for a long, as you can see here, that we have. So, initially, when I was looking at this, I actually managed to get a sell based off this 1 hour extreme level. So, that was that point of interest that I was looking at. And that was literally just derived from, again, we see price action high. This is the all-time high at the time. Price cycle down, broke structure through here. So, which is why you can see the light bulb. And then naturally, we'll be waiting for pullbacks to happen to this area. And if we just literally copy this as well, you can see we had a gap here also. So these are the 2 points of interest that I had in mind before I started looking at longs. So I was looking at shorts potentially happening based on, again, you can see this gap in here. And we can see that supply in there, which kind of tapped in Asia. So 2 o'clock in the morning in Asia, tapped in, woke up in the morning and price was down here. So again, by that time, and I was already in a sell from this extreme. So by that time I was here, it was already in just let's say 85 pips profit. And then from there, that's where things started to kind of not fall apart, but we started to see potential signs of reversal. So let's go into the smaller time frames and start breaking this down. So again, you can see the entry here on the 1 hour based off that and then price starts falling down. And now let's shift into the 5 minute. So on the 5 minute, we can see again, we've cycled out of Asia session. Okay, started making lows, didn't quite break this low yet. Price cycled higher one more time, and then just move this out of the way now. We understood why that was there anyway. Okay, so price cycled higher, fulfilled this gap and mitigated off this, and then we dropped to break structure to the low side. So I started getting confidence at this point. I was thinking, yeah, surely we should start dropping. And then price again, one more time, cycles higher. So now, as you can see, we've now broken to the high side just by the tiniest bit, but it counts. Okay, so we sweep this liquidity, okay, just by the tiniest bit. And then now you can see that's technically, if you're looking at the wicks, a break to the upside. So when we start coming lower, and now we start failing to break these lows in here. Okay, you can see we cycle higher one more time. Okay, and then I'm gonna just do this. Okay, price comes lower, takes out this low now. So now you can see we've actually taken out this low. So now I'm looking at this thinking, cool, if we are gonna cycle down now, we should either tap in off this area and fall lower. Okay, there's no gaps or nothing through here. So now it's going to be curious. So we need to tap in off this candle right here for us to then start cycling lower. And now you can see how price starts arriving. Okay, we get the tap in. Naturally, I'm starting thinking, is it going to drop? And then we clear this high. And then this is where the whole trade idea derives from. So once we've cleared this and the body's in line with this also, we now see this gap present itself. We now see this point of interest present itself. Okay, let's just hit this one more time. And now you can see clearly now a body, which is the most important thing, a body has now closed above it. If it was just wicks and this body was slightly lower, then perfect. But as soon as a body closes above, now we've got a break of structure in our hands. Okay, is not even a thought process, no more thinking, oh, is it, has it? No, it's done. Okay, as you can see from the diagram here, once we break above here, now that is a break of structure. So as you can see, we're just waiting for a higher low where we've got the gap in the market and we've got that demand candle in line. So go back to the charts. Now you can see clearly it has broken. Even if you wanted to kind of do this as a line chart just to make sure, yeah, we can clearly see that. So based off that now, we understood what we need to do. So gap, point of interest, even though we haven't cycled lower how we wanted to. The key thing with all of this that I was looking at was, okay, buy side liquidity. Okay, buy side liquidity wasn't taken. Okay, I'm gonna have to cycle. Okay, there it is. Buy side liquidity wasn't taken from here. This is the all-time high at the time, like I said. Okay. And then from here, also on this day, we did not take out the Asia session high. So with those two things in mind and price presenting itself exactly like this, now you could be in a mind frame thinking, I can now buy just to take out this high. Okay, literally, that's all I wanted initially. I didn't expect this 10 to 1 to even happen. Okay, my initial thought was, can we take out that high? And then finally, are we going to see the daily cycle start happening so we can actually start taking out the low side? Okay, so I did not expect what actually unraveled next to actually happen. But all I wanted was initially for that to be taken out and then cycle lows to start happening. So how does this develop? So you can already see the entry through here, the gap and the point of interest. So now we already put our risk to reward ratio tool there. Again, we'll be risking about 36, 35 pips, depending on your broker. And then, yeah, you can see how price starts unraveling, waiting, and then boom, Okay, New York trap time, New York prime, because now it is 1 o'clock. So boom, we get the first hit on 12:30. Okay, and I believe did we come down one more time? Yeah, there we go. Come in run one more time. Okay, boom, exactly at 1 p.m. Okay, timing is very key in regards to trading. Coming 1 p.m., tap exactly right here into this body. Okay, so even if you wanted to, make your risks lower. I mean lower. 25 pips in here. Boom. There's the trade. Clean off the body. If you prefer the bodies rather than the gaps. For me, because I'm usually busy or don't really have time to look at the charts too much by doing videos like this and doing one-to-ones or whatever it is, I just prefer to take the body to save myself the hassle. Okay, it's extra pips, but I'll rather be in a trade than miss it by 1 point or 1 pip or whatever it is. Okay, so if you want to take the body, perfect, it's 25 pip stop. If you wanted to fulfill the gap from the entry through here, boom, then you get 35 pips, extra 10 pips. And then just like that, price taps in and then we start cycling. Okay, you can see literally the green, I mean, the yellow box is now kicked in because we already know what that means. That's the perfect timing. Okay, and then price starts unraveling and then away we go. So the 10 to 1 did not complete in the day. Okay, we needed a new day to actually cycle to make that happen. So as you can see, price starts dropping, and then we are now heading into Asia session, which is now 9 p.m. UK time because the time's gone back, right? So Asia kicks in here, okay, and then from there, okay, you can start seeing it's moving higher and higher in Asia. Okay, then we come into London, okay, and then well, it's not really London yet, Frankfurt, okay, Frankfurt, and then Frankfurt finally does the 10 to 1. Okay, boom, it's done. Okay, so now London comes around the corner. Okay, boom. And then yeah, through here, we can now start seeing why we'll start looking for potential sells. Okay, so just like that, through understanding that cycle, you get that trade. It was a bit of a tricky one, and if you wasn't really paying attention or whatever else, just to that specific break right there, that was literally the defining moment. If we never got this break right here, okay, if that break did not happen, this trade idea wouldn't have happened. Okay, but because it did, just because of the defining moment. So this happened exactly at okay 11:40, and then the first tap in was at 12:25, and then the best tap in was at 1 o'clock. So you had about hour and a half to react to that break. Okay, and then boom, price starts flying up, and just like that, you put yourself in a trade to make 360 pips. Okay, or if you manage to get the entry through here, which was the best entry, okay, then you manage to get 370 pips, 380 pips, let's call that. Okay, so just like that, understanding that cycle, that's basically how that trade happens. Okay, hope you got value from this video. Until next time, guys, peace.